I love it.
We have Christine and Johnson.
Okay. If you can shut up.
Christine,
Well,
can you
it's
hear me?
played really late.
Christine, can you hear me?
Well, I got a new.
Camera isn't turning off.
And it was working great for like 2 months. You know, customer on Mondays. So yesterday.
Christine.
All of a sudden, the camera worked, and I was like,
Just spent $60 on this unit and it lit up.
and it was working before the meeting started. And 5 minutes in the meeting.
What's the statement?
Wait, no.
Yeah, I thought it
Sounds
was.
like an interface.
I don't see anything.
Did they turn it on?
Seriously, it's also.
Well, I had my engineer with me, the meeting, is already good red, and he was in computer software for a while, so I'm like, looking at him, it was, I said, you're fine. Because you said, and it started, and then 5 minutes into the meeting, it was still working, and then it just decided to stop.
You've had we grew up on.
We outsourced most of it, we have one that is, he's an employee who handles easy things. But we used to appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
They can't hear. Christine, can you hear me?
We just can't, as outside.
They did. So, right, yeah. Absolutely. We're at round tables today.
Yeah.
A little different.
High class.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hi.
Business.
Yep.
Thanks again, Greg.
You're welcome.
Good night. Thanks.
Yeah, John,
Oh, not there now.
and Christine so far, right?
Yep.
Okay. Good one.
But everything's had, HR.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the Tennessee tourism. So I see Bill and Nicola. Gotcha. Yeah, just get my room. Did you? Yeah, they're still altitude now, the other day summer. So. That's nice, that's nice. Did you also see? September 10.
So I never we got all.
Absolutely, I just came, my first one was September, yeah, yeah, that's it, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I like check it out, yeah. Give you a tour. Yeah, come over, maybe do a few ones just before here, yeah. But how far is it from here?
We just.
Oh, not even a mile.
This is really.
Oh, I think it's just maybe. Oh, that's okay. So I was away from the brewery though. Yeah, I'm from Niagara, I live in Niagara Falls, yeah, 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 it's about a little bit over an hour drive for me, but still, mostly a mile from here, it's, yeah. Especially, yeah.
That is.
With everything that's going on in the world, it's kind of,
Yeah.
refreshing, right?
Just watching what HH done.
Good. So your son's name is Vincent?
What is Heather?
Oh, cool.
Heather Allaire and Heather Hyman.
It's not a name.
Okay. So I'm not sure about Allaire.
Where, Linda says hi.
Oh.
I did tell her, yeah. Yeah, so very awesome.
Angel.
Such a great supervisor.
Yeah, sometimes they cross the.
Still on my calendar, I think, so it's once a year, I wish. Days once.
It's so funny to say that, I like sometimes I'll just add it, it's so reoccurring, like I have a friend from the longest time ago, like her husband's birthday, I just add it was her thing, okay, April 16th, his birthday still pops up years later, yeah, that's funny. Her kids' birthdays, it's nice. Well,
Have you submitted here?
Not with Wyoming, I once.
Yeah, that, so far that said they're
I
kind of.
haven't been out since Shadow started. I try to avoid the opening day weekend, we get a lot of crazy people out.
We're just waiting on one person, but we have a form.
okay.
Well, let's go then, okay?
Wait, we are rock and roll.
Okay,
It's like the Bills.
I want to call this meeting to order. Thank you for all being here. I really do appreciate it. So we have the meeting minutes of September 16th that were sent out. Is there any additions or corrections? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make one.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second? Okay, John Sima. Any discussion? Then all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Okay, motion is carried. Thank you. Okay, we have a new board member, Scott Gardner, who is going to be the new Wyoming County IDA director, is going to be taking over for Jim Pierce, and immediately Jim put his nomination in. It's just normally has been a Wyoming County position. Anyway, so this is really good. Do I have a motion to approve Scott?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? Okay.
I'll
there's-
second.
Okay. Any discussion? That all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, Scott, I'll be happy to hear that. Maybe.
I'll let them know Friday.
Okay. Okay. A discussion, go ahead, Tracy.
Yeah, this is just to keep you updated that Michelle and I are working on our recertification process. It's due by the end of the year. I believe probably next week we'll be sending it, so we'll be in plenty of time. It's really just a simple process of putting in who all the board members are and ensuring that we have our CEO agreement and we can use the one that's currently active. So we should be all set with
Oh,
that.
excellent.
Yep. We don't have to get a new one yet, because there's no end dates. Maybe next year, because there gonna be some turnover in our CEO at Genesee County. We probably should update it just because there is that turnover in that
I
position.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was all that's about.
And we're not sure who's gonna be yet, so.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
So.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's good. I again, that we'll just have to evaluate also, if we have any openings or people that are not taking part of it, then they'll go, we'll work that accordingly.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, policy updates.
I just wanted to let you know, I attended the director, yes.
Sorry, there's 3 people in the waiting room.
Oh.
I just looked up.
Oh, yeah. So you're on top things always.
I was looking at my phone the whole time. Because
That's really impressed.
So I attended the directors conference last week in Albany with all of the WIB directors across the state. And one of the things that they suggested to us is to look at our policies, see when they were updated, to see if there's any updates that are needed. So I'm gonna make it kind of a ongoing annual thing to annually look at our policies, look at anything that comes down from the federal government or the state, and to ensure that we're just following everything and that our dates are current. So I just want to let you know in January, that might be something that we bring just to get approval, like a blanket approval, like here's our policies. I'll let you know if there's any changes, just to give you an update on.
You know, I can't remember how many we have, but you might have break them up.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I used to do this in a previous position and there were hundreds of policies,
Yeah.
trust me, there were hundreds. So it's just, you have a foundation. It's just really going through to make sure
Okay.
that, you know, it's everything's up to date. And then as we get changes throughout the year, we'll do that. But this is just a blanket. Here's what our policies look like. You know, nothing's really changed or it has changed and this is why. And
Okay.
at least do that on an annual basis. Yeah.
It's a good learning curve for you too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's talking about really interesting things to do.
See, the chairman is giving you a little copy.
But if there's more than 15 changes, you'll bring cookies?
Yeah.
I don't bake anymore.
Okay.
I do like it. Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Okay.
You're in now.
Okay, that sounds real good. Okay, we did have a finance meeting. Go ahead.
Okay, our finance meeting, Christine's on for us, right? I just want to make sure. Did we have, I don't think we had any budget transfers or updates for approval. Christine, can you refresh my memory? I don't think we did, right?
We should be all set on everything right now.
You're muted.
Are you muted? I can't hear you.
I'm not. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, we should be all set on our budgets. We've got our full allocation now. So.
Okay. And we don't need any transfers at this moment, but we did approve the blanket approval last time, but we will definitely, if we do have any, we'll keep you guys updated in regards to those transfers.
Yeah.
The one thing that we do need a approval on for Norb to sign is, and it's not going to be a contract, it's going to be an MOU because there's no funds involved, is with Kraft. And this is when I went to the NIATAP conference in October. It's been a little busy this fall. A company that does data collection, and for all workforce development boards in New York State, this is a free service for them to look at the data that we're wanting to collect. Most of it is stuff that NISL already does for us, but they will also do blended funding if we get other grants and do any of that service for us to make sure that we're just keeping up to date on the customers we're serving, kind of the areas we need growth in, areas, you know, that we're excelling in. So that way I could report it to you in regards to once they build this dashboard, we would also have access to it and be able to move forward with it and add to it as we get other funds. We could also incorporate some of the GLOW Works Inc. stuff in there since we do work with them. So I thought that was a good idea. Anything free to me is something you should grab. So I just need an approval on that I can have you sign the MOU, which I have.
Very good. This is covered for the finance committee, so I'm just gonna bring it for a vote. So that, is there any questions before we do so? If not, then all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, anyone opposed? Okay, motion is carried. I guess you'll really want to. Okay, we go right to your updates. Love to hear what happened in Albany.
All right, well, I have a whole list here. I just want to let you know, we are working on the annual report. Some of the data collection, I'm trying to get into the new Cognos system. I've been in it many times in previous positions, but this is a little tricky. They're updating this whole system, and we did at the director's retreat though have a demonstration about, and it has so much information on it, a lot of wonderful information that we'll be able to put in the annual report. I'll also be able to give it to the directors and break it down by county, because sometimes it doesn't break it down by county. It does the regions, so that way the directors will have stuff broken down by county, specific individuals. It's really a lot of good information once I can get into it. let me see, the 2026 schedule, Michelle, I believe, sent out. We'll continue to send it out, you know, each time, just so people have it. Mark your calendars. I'm actually gonna have her send a calendar invite for the whole year, so you already have it up and running. So we can, I'm one of those people, I want to pre-plan. Everything has to be in my calendar or I forget about it, so. Grants. On Friday, I will be attending a webinar in regards to the Western New York Forward Fund, just to learn more about that, get our name in there. So if there's any grants through that, this is, you know, up to $25,000 for various things. I'll learn what those things are. So I'll be sitting in on that on Friday. A couple more grants that will be coming out in the first of the year. One for veterans and engaging them in the workforce, homeless. I'm going to look at United Way, because a lot of times they give out quite a bit of money, and look at their different systems that they have. I'm also going to try to highlight daycare and transportation grants to see if we can get extra funding for customers, so they can supplement that, because obviously we all know those are the two biggest issues in regards to people going back to work or committing to work and making those 5 days in a row, like you said. So those are some of the grants that I'm going to be looking at. Not a lot out right now, but I know come December, January, a lot of it will be coming out. So
Okay,
I'll keep you guys abreast of that. GLOW
that's really important,
Yeah.
because dollars are so uncertain out of Washington, and I guess they still don't have a clear picture of what's going to happen. Okay.
Right, that is true. Glow with Your Hands Healthcare, where I think I sent out a link today, maybe to somebody, I can't remember. Maybe to the directors, and okay, for people to volunteer, I'll send that out to the board. We'll put it in the minutes so everybody has that. If you'd like to volunteer for the healthcare, that's March 20th. So we're planning that right now. I had the chance to go out to all of the career centers. I still need to get with Darren to go out to the 2 other sites in Warsaw and Albion, right? So I can make sure that they're following all of their PPI stuff and, you know, marking the boxes there, but we're.
Ken said he's gonna take us out to lunch when we go to Albion.
Oh, okay, we'll remember to connect.
I'll
with
tell
you.
you.
Date on that? Anybody would like a field trip, let us know.
Yes.
Let us know. We're currently in our photo reviews. We're going to be meeting, I think, next week, if I recall the email, with our finance people. It sounds like we're doing a really good job. It doesn't sound like it's that, you know, going to be that long of a meeting, so that's great. And our program side, Orleans and Wyoming are gathering information for Barb right now. So she's going to be sitting with Michelle and I and helping us through that whole process. So that should be happening soon too. Let me see. Some things based on my meeting in Albany that I'm going to be looking at is strategic planning for the board, which I am going to need your involvement in. I haven't seen a strategic plan. If there is one, or maybe you have or haven't. Okay, we'll say that there is one, and I'm going to look for it. But that's one of the things that a lot of WIBs do is strategic planning, coming up with KPI goals, that sort of thing. So I'm going to start developing that as well, just so we can see where we're at and how we want to grow. Because it's great to say, oh, get grants, but we really should set kind of a goal to get to. So that's something that I'm going to be looking into as well. And really in the new year, striving to work with the chambers, the IDA, and the school districts on especially our work experience, our youth work experience, because we are going to struggle with that, especially with the incentive funds, because we can't count that toward the work experience. But we want to use that, and we want to keep getting incentive funds if they're available. And really, I think we're missing a lot of our youth at the school district. I mean, they have so much to do, and I think we need to just push into schools more. So that's, you know, I'm gonna be talking to some of the I was talking to Lisa at Genesee today about getting into some schools and how we can do that and maybe capture some more youth for those work experiences. In apprenticeships and some of maybe a more customized training. I think we're missing the boat on some of those two things. So just developing and working with those, you know, people who work with businesses. I've also contacted Lindsay Ward, who does the small business, and, you know, maybe we can get some customized training or some sort of training opportunities for the small businesses who might need those little extra funds to get that training into their businesses. So in a nutshell, that's what's going on, what's going to be going on. A lot of information.
I know we're doing a lot of apprenticeships through Rochester, and
Yes.
And so you might as well get some information from them to be
Yeah.
able to gather all the success that we're keep getting there. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I made a connection with somebody that is in charge of the GLOW region through NISDL, who will come out and talk to any business about
Oh, yeah.
apprenticeships. She will come out and she will help them fill out the paperwork, and I hear it's a lot of paperwork, and that's why a lot of people do shy away from it, but we really need to push it. And, you know, I mean, we can work with, you know, GCC in regards to that as well, because they definitely have a.
she was at one of our Human Resource Association meetings, giving an update about that, which was great.
Okay.
So I think that any way that we can get her out to see people who
Yeah.
are interested is going to be great. So
Okay. Yes. All right.
anything else?
That's all, that's what I have for you.
Well, hey, let's go. We'll do a go around. So it really, I guess, John Simba, you're up at the top. Do you have anything for this meeting?
Yes, I just wanted to let you know that we are starting another LPN program, January 5th. We have about 33 or 34 students. They're going through the financial aid process and working with the agency. So that's up and coming, and that will give us 2 full programs that are operating right at the present time. We are also in the last stages of getting the approval from Pearson VUE to offer computer-based testing for GED at our Batavia site. So that's been a long process to get a room up and running for that, and it should mean good things and more flexible scheduling for individuals that are looking to get their GED. So that's a real positive there. And we are running a welding class starting December 8th, and that will run until February. And that will be at the Batavia campus as well. So that's about all that I have.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
Thomas, do you have anything for us?
No, other than LAP is hiring as usual, always looking for skilled trades. We still need an electrician. We're looking for a journeyman electrician, journeyman millwrights. We're going to bargain a contract in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully the added income I intend to take from them will help entice some people our way.
Yeah, very good. Beth, Kate?
Hi, yes. We've had a number of training requests. We seem to be getting quite a few CDL requests that we're working on right now. And John mentioned the LPN program. So we've had some individuals who are targeted for that January program that have approached us. I know they've got resources through SLIPs that they can apply for. It seems like it's a good time to enter the healthcare field with the resources available. So we're working with some of those individuals on support services that we can help provide. We've had some other health related ITA requests, and we will be looking at working with our local nursing home, the Wyoming County Skilled Nursing, probably in the coming months for a potential CNA training. Fast Track with Self-Employment Program, they completed their last program at the end of October. We had sponsored 5 individuals for that class, so good to see those complete. And it was the last class that Jim Pierce was involved with, so it was always so good to work with him, and we participated in that graduation with him for the final time. But again, we'll miss him, and that's probably it for us.
Thank you. Heather, Alaire.
Hey guys, I don't have much. I do want to say that Teresa Vanson in Workforce Development did a career fair today, and it was amazing. We had some awesome candidates come through, people that were really excited to be there. And they kept us busy for the whole entire 2 hours we were there, so it was really great. And then, Graham is growing still, which is awesome. So still looking for CNC welders. We are going to be opening up some engineering, CAD detailer and mechanical design positions as well. So.
Excellent. Ray Frank.
Hi, everyone. From Independent Living, we want to let you know that we have rapid rehousing dollars available. If you encounter anyone who's experiencing homelessness, you can send them to us at the Batavia location. We also have a site in Albion in the Arnold Gregory building. So you can go to our offices or just have the people show up in our offices Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, and we can help them out. Also, we are giving out free weatherization kits. We're limiting them to 2 per person, but we have a big supply, and there's no eligibility for that. And the kit contains about 10 different items to help people winterize their house. And those are free, and they can just come into our office and pick them up. That's it for us for now.
Appreciate it.
Ray, all the ones that you gave to Jeff today went out during the job fair. They were all picked up. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Ryan Stender.
In Livingston County, we've been again busy with the healthcare side. We've done 2 customized trainings with our skilled nursing facility for our CNAs. We've also been meeting with BOCES on setting up an LPN program for 2026 that we're excited about, and we think partnering with Wyoming County that we're going to be able to offer that in Livingston County next year. We've been really busy working with our able-bodied adults that are on SNAP. As you may have heard in the news, they now have work requirements. And so we've started meeting with those folks and trying to help them remain eligible. At the same time, we've been doing a lot of food donation collecting around our county, trying to make sure all our food pantries are well stocked for the holidays, with the obvious, uncertainty with the SNAP funding that was going on, and then these new work requirements. And then lastly, we've been working closely with SUNY Geneseo on a new internship program and a number of community service and other extra curricular activities for the students to get more involved with the county government. So we're really excited about that partnership for the next year.
Thank you, Fred.
Yes.
John Pollock.
Hi, Norm and team. Nothing new, real exciting at Norterra Foods. We are hitting our busy season coming up on holidays, so parking lots are lined with 18-wheelers picking up product. We're struggling a little bit with hourly workforce. This time of year is hard to recruit and hire because nobody's really looking this time of year. So we're struggling a little bit on a couple of our shifts just for entry-level type machine operators. I'm pleased to announce that we finally filled all of our maintenance positions that have been open for a couple of years, actually. Just trying to find that skill set that we need in a manufacturing setting. So that's definitely exciting. But, it's just a busy time of year for HR like everybody else, working on year-end projects and 2026 projects and all the events in the plant this time of year that we typically go through. So other than that, things are well. Thank you.
Good to see you, Chuck.
Good to be seen. Thank you.
Heather Heidman.
I think she did. She put something in the chat that
Okay.
she was in a loud place.
Okay.
There was a report there though.
Okay. So Molly Hobbs.
Hi, how are ya? So Land Pro just has a success story for Glow with Your Hands to share. So we signed our first full-time apprentice in our Batavia store who's training to be an ag technician. He came to us right out of high school, but he attended Glow with Your Hands for 3 years, and we worked with the BEA to meet him. He was an FFA member, and he's an awesome kid. We're really excited to have him. So we're hopeful that what we've built for the Batavia store with the apprentice program can be something that we can create in other locations that we've got.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
That's really special.
But we're still looking for ag technicians, so if you know anyone, send them our way.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I don't have a lot in my back pocket, so. Okay, anything else? Who's read AI meeting? Who's?
It's just the
Okay,
report.
okay.
report.
Okay, Kristen. Okay,
The other one's Patty.
the other one's Patty, okay. Patty Fair? Okay. Give us an update.
ARP just finished their fiscal year, had another successful increase year over year, continue to grow. Great team there, working on some big opportunities. There's a lot of reshoring going on with all the tariffs. We have some opportunities with some very well-known big name companies that for CDA reasons I can't disclose yet.
Yeah.
But we're trying to quote as aggressively as possible to bring in some business into Wyoming County. We are currently fully staffed. I'm hoping that changes, and when we get this new business, we will now be out searching again, but all 3 shifts are fully staffed, so pretty excited about that, hoping to ride through the holidays before we have to get gray hair from that again.
It's not next.
Voice, yeah, go away. What's that?
Go ahead.
Okay, hi, I haven't seen some of you in a while, and some of you haven't met before. I'm Jennifer Wakefield. I'm the Executive Director of Workforce Development here at the Best Center at Genesee Community College. So I'm pleased to report that we have just completed some of our first classes for technical programs, including plumbing, welding, CNC, industrial electric, second cohort of that, clean energy, which is a free class. I can give you more information on that. HVAC, air conditioning, heating and cooling. And then also I wanted to also mention that a lot of the 4 years institutions are now developing workforce development departments. SUNY Geneseo is one, and then I can name some other ones, but we are partnering with Cornell to run a lean belt training program this spring. So we're looking at some different ways to work together to structure funds, and this will actually be working with the dairy farms. So we're super excited about that. And then also, what was the other thing I wanted to tell you? Oh, this is super exciting too. In the fall, we're going to be offering the Real Life Rosies. So Mohawk Valley Community College offered that, and then Monroe Community College is going to offer it this spring, and we're going to get the next wave. So super excited to try to get some more women in advanced manufacturing. So that's all I've got for now.
I love that. Jen and I went to NIATEP a few years ago, and they did a presentation, and it was outstanding. So I'm super glad. That's super cool. Heather already mentioned our jobs here today. Kudos go out to Jessica Rummel, who really is the one who's coordinating our job fairs right now, but it was a team effort, and we had 29 businesses and 64 job seekers. So it was a pretty good event. I did want to mention that the Small Business Development Center is coming into the Career Center. She comes in typically once a month and has available 1-hour slots for anybody who is an entrepreneur and wants to get started on creating their own business. Our next time with us will be on December 10th. We were lucky enough to get the AEOC, Adult Education Opportunity Center, back at the Career Center. They're coming in the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays from 1 to 4 and are running workshops. So anybody who is interested in going back as an adult to school, they can come to that workshop and learn more about the process and how AEOC can help. And that's going to be on December 10th at 3:15. And we were lucky enough to just receive some funding from the opioid settlement funds. So our grant request was approved, and we are going to be specifically targeting assisting folks who are in recovery, get back into the workforce and pairing them with businesses that want to assist folks who are, ready to work and have done the hard work of recovery and are ready to get back into the workforce. So I'm super excited about that. That's it for me.
Great. My name is Amanda. I'm with Access VR. I don't really have much updates to provide. Right now, we're really just working on getting updates from all of our customers that we're working with and making sure that services continue in 2026 for whether they're doing their college training, BOCES training, or their pre-ed services and things like that, making sure everything continues.
Darren here. I don't have much either. I will say with the federal government shutdown, we have not been able to generate unemployment reports, which I usually give off the county's unemployment rates. So the last one that I gave in September, I think, was the last report actually created. I will say locally in our offices, I'm seeing an uptick the last few weeks of the number of new unemployment claimants that have to come in for an appointment. But it's also that time of year, so I don't want to read into it too far. We usually see an uptick this time anyways, but as I mentioned at the last meeting, GLOW has had like the lowest unemployment rate in the state for several years now. Each county a little bit different, but if you go outside of GLOW, everybody's over 4%, and these 4 counties have stayed in the 3s as of the last report. The one thing I wanted to mention, mostly actually probably for the Title I providers, but one of the DSS offices reached out to me a few weeks ago about the ABODs and the SNAP benefits and the increase in work search activities, asking about the virtual services that the Department of Labor offers. So I just want to put that out there. I don't know what the requirements are as far as DSS, but we have a lot of self-service tools on our website where they can access training. And if that helps them meet their requirements, they're free to all new workers. Our virtual career center is on there so they can access that, develop their own resume, look for job leads. They can get access through us to Coursera, which is online training, and also North Star Digital Literacy. So just putting that out there, if that will help anybody meet their hours to keep their benefits. That's all I got.
Unemployment's going up too, right?
Well, I think so. We'll find out when we can actually publish a report again.
I see.
That's with the federal government shutdown, we stopped.
I see.
I don't know all the inner workings of that, like why, because we're the ones that do the employer surveys.
I got you.
In the state.
Norm, are you asking about the benefit amount?
Yes.
Oh, the
Yes.
rate,
Yes.
the benefit rate, I got you.
Yeah.
Yes, that went up back at the beginning of October to a maximum of $869 per week.
Right.
That makes people pause a little bit because it sounds like a lot of money. New York was not able to raise the benefit rate by law because we owed unemployment debt to the federal government.
That's right.
From the pandemic. So New York's benefit rate was $504 a week. That was the maximum, which was substantially lower than all the other states in the country. So by raising that maximum, it didn't raise the minimum. So for example, if somebody's benefit rate before was $250 a week, it's still $250.
I gotcha.
But if you're in that middle income, like 50, 60, 70, 80,000 a year, you were still stuck at that 504. Those earners can now get up to the 869.
Okay.
And that was because the state budget that was passed paid off the remaining, it was several billion, I forget the exact amount. But the general fund in the state budget paid that off, which then allowed us to legally raise the benefit rate. So in theory, what I'm told, the message I'm supposed to put out is taxes should go down for the businesses because they're no longer being surcharged for that debt and the interest on that debt. But
remember that.
People don't come back to me with something. That's what my message is.
Okay.
There was quite a bit of discussion in many meetings from the workforce.
Yeah, and you hear that jump, it's a shocking figure, you hear going from 504 to 869, but it's really only for those higher earners where that.
No, I just.
And they were kind of being held back.
Right.
If you make 75,000 a year, $504 is nothing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You're in a very rough financial position.
Thanks.
Yes, Robert Sotir with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers, Local 3 New York. We have 3 chapters, Buffalo, Rochester, and the Southern Tier. We are looking still, it's mid-November, and we're still looking for experienced workers, especially in Rochester. It goes in like wave. 2 years ago, Rochester was just booming in how many people were able to keep on bringing in, and now it's Buffalo and Southern Tier. So that's kind of like my job, but as an organization, each chapter right now we're focusing on career fairs. We're going in all the schools and BOCES as much as we can. A lot of them they overlap right now. I help the apprentice coordinators in each one of these chapters with that, and we're actually going through the interviews for the new year of apprenticeship programs. We just had in Buffalo over 70 people interviewed. But in Buffalo, we kind of take applications throughout the year and we bring everybody in at the end of the year for an interview. And we're gonna still determine the next couple of weeks how many we're gonna bring in. But there was like really good interviews. Really good interviews.
That's good.
So we kind of like loaded up the Buffalo apprenticeship because of all this work with the stadium and everything. So let the contractors know that we're open business for masonry contractors. If they want to look into joining us, I'll be happy to give you a tour in January to see with your own eyes what's happening in our training center. It's rocking, it's booming, it's serious, it's hands-on, and it's really good stuff. It's okay, it's good. It's good. We keep on looking for people.
That's excellent.
So how many people do you actually have? So our local 3 has got, I would say between 1,300 and 1,400 people right now. And it's almost like, I would say 400 approximate numbers in Buffalo, 400 Rochester, and 300, 250 or so in Southern Tier. And apprentices, we have almost a record in Buffalo, like 70. And there's ratios that we gotta look like regulated by the DOL. There's ratios like 3 to 1. So we would love to bring as many apprentices as possible. We want to make sure they can go to work. So it's kind of like we're trying to figure out exactly how many new people we bring in. But we brought in a lot, many the past couple of years because of this. We looked at the work on the schedule, and it was a lot. So we're probably gonna have apprentices after the stadium. And, so yeah, that's great. We're ready for contractors. Okay, so from Orleans County, we've been looking at the energy, renewable energy. There's the all electric building mandate supposed to take place in January. It affects trades. We're looking at $20,000 uplift in the cost of homes. Goes back to our glow with your hands. We're trying to get these kids to participate in the trades, electricians and masons and everybody else. So I think we got to get affordability back into our region. To try to keep employment. Businesses also are struggling. In that National Grid just approved through the Public Service Commission a 31% increase in electric over 3 years and 40% increase on gas. So I've been keeping my eye on that, participating and trying to push back wherever possible. So when I look at GLOW region and your population, we're struggling in the demographics, both in enrollments in schools and population, so forth and so on. So I think this is where I'm trying to spend some of my time, is trying to push back on the big picture for quality of life and trying to get the opportunities and get the people to the table. So we're working with Senator Orr. He's just putting more pressure on as a minority leader.
It's good.
You know, kind of going forward. Okay, so I had a question on your allocation. There was a Christine had one on full allocation. Christine, can you explain that for me? Full allocation?
You're muted.
I'm sorry. What did you want me to explain?
Can't hear.
Put your
You gotta pull your
microphone down.
thing down.
Sorry,
There you
I'm
go.
working on the reconciliation.
Good, thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you need me to explain?
You mentioned full allocation in the finance committee. What's that mean?
Oh, so when we're told what our funds are gonna be, the government dishes them out in small amounts. We get our full youth allocation usually somewhere in July. And then the end of July, we'll get the first adult and dislocated funds. And then the last amount comes, actually, it has been coming until mid-November. We got it earlier this year, probably the earliest we've gotten it in 10 years. We got it this year, but we get those out in like three doses. They don't give it all to us at once.
Thank you.
So even though those were reduced somewhat, we did get the full amount that they promised us.
Yes. Why was it
Right,
going
we
north?
did, like,
Put that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just love
within,
it,
yeah, within
Yeah,
pennies
we got the
and
less
stuff.
amount, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's all here.
Right,
They promised us.
When I was going to Norv, Norv is always excited about funding allocation.
Well, I'll tell you.
You know, but
Well, you hear the horror stories that are coming out of Washington.
Right, and with the federal government shut down, to be honest with you, when it's shut down before, it's been well after it opened before we got it. We've never gotten our final allocation during a shutdown.
that's a
I've
connection.
no idea how that happened.
Yeah, don't ask.
I'm not gonna ask.
Maybe that's the better word, Christine. You got the final allocation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. By the way, it's gonna be interesting, obviously, they're discovering there's, for this all electric mandate, there's not enough, power to enact that, so that's gonna be really, I think they're gonna back off of that,
Yeah.
which is good.
That's what it sounded.
Yeah, we know.
That's what it sounded.
Hmm.
They're gonna hold-
Well, the
hold
courts have
on.
got it locked up right now.
Yeah.
It's a political football. Yeah.
And I'll send you a report, in regards to population, that at NIATAC, they gave a report in regards to the fact that the graduating class of 2024 is the highest graduating class we're going to see in a while, because people just aren't having families anymore. They're not having multiple children. A lot of people are choosing not to. So when I get that report, I'll send it to you if you'd
Thank
like
you,
it.
appreciate that. Yes.
Yeah, and along with that, by the way, I went to Albany for our state workforce investment board meeting, and they're talking a lot about this, but you know, because they don't want to, because we're losing so many people.
Yes.
And for especially, by the way, in the rural areas, in all of our areas here. And they don't want to talk about that in Albany, they really don't, so. But it's a concern because obviously that's our future workforce that's exiting the state, right? Especially young people who are going to college and they go out. We hit the meeting had a lot of good presentation from what I call agencies that kind of work with the state workforce development board. But also, there was a larger discussion about AI and the effects that is going to happen. The opportunities that are going to happen, but really they're concerned about what the effects they might have on the workforce. So I'll keep you up this. I know that one of our committees is working on that to, try to drill down that and to, to see where companies are going to be. They are going to be drilling down on that. In other words, what jobs are going to be affected, and it's quite interesting, and to say the least, because what they're discovering is that in some areas, some companies that instead of having a person that takes care of benefits, it's so easy with AI to just go on there and get what kind of benefits are available for that company, right? So. And so, it's just, I think that obviously the jury's still out on that, and obviously there was discussion on future funding.
And interestingly enough, the federal government wants to put a lot of money into AI training. So.
Which is really interesting. That's right, because they're not sure exactly whereabouts they need to do that, right? Until it's all identified, right?
Sure.
But most of the time, by the way, it's find out that employees need to know what questions to ask, and they kept saying that it's one of those things that it's okay to have AI in your computer, but if you don't know the right questions to ask or how to operate it, it's not going to be a tool for you. So I think maybe some of that is going to be future training in the future, but I don't know. The jury's still out on that. So I think that like I said, I'll keep you up to speed as things progress and if we learn any more about what's going to happen, because I'll tell you, it is all over the place. At one time, I'm getting a notice that, oh, they're going to cut more of youth funding, and then all of a sudden, there's crickets, and so talking about a political football that's not healthy for anyone. Because obviously, we need the training for our youth.
Yep.
And I what are they going to replace it with? I guess that's my concern. And they haven't come out with any grant-based funding yet. But I think what needs to happen is that they should treat workforce development as a political football, but that's what it's happening. So that's all I have. Do you have any more?
No, I'm all set.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Where do you want to go home? Okay, then, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, very good.
Giving everybody.
I always said with the union guys at the beginning.
The menu is, you know.
Like to sit down. Because they like to say,
Like the union.
Everybody, I'm serious.
Exactly.
But I'm serious.
What's the menu?
Yeah, treat like it's now. I'm sitting next to you.
Let's class alright, so
Well, last year we got COVID, the tested the day before. No, but I've been all the.
I'll send you the menu. I'll do the report, okay.
I just gotta
What's that?
point out, that table is different.